The competition in bodybuilding leads to its evolution. Bodybuilding is one of the only professional sports where a champion can be almost unbeatable for a decade or more, in contrast to other professional sports where genetics, aging, or injuries can define a career. As a result, when two competitors face off, it can be extremely difficult for the other rival to pass somewhat superior competitors. Welcome back to Bodybuilding Olympians. Today, we will be discussing the thrilling evergreen heat between the legends Phil Heath and Kai Greene. Keep watching to know more, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Did you know that the first bodybuilding competition took place in 1901, but it wasn't until 1939 that they started to occur annually? Since then, every decade has included a bodybuilding rivalry that has shaped the actual competitions. During his reign, Arnold Schwarzenegger won 7 Mr. Olympia Championships competitions. Phil Heath is in the same boat. Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney each received 8 victories. Iris Kyle is the reigning champion in the women's bodybuilding. She has won 10 Miss Olympia titles, making her the most successful Olympia winner ever. 8 times were performed by Lenda Murray, and Corey Everson won 6 straight Olympia championships. But today's video is about Phil Heath and Kai Greene. Let's know what's in store. On and off the stage, Cutler and Heath were always supportive of one another, but that cannot be true of Heath's feud with the Predator, Kai Greene. To Coleman's Jay Cutler, Greene was Heath. Bodybuilding fans' favourite, Kai Greene, won the silver medal 3 times at the Olympia before falling to Phil Heath each time. Heath followed Greene in 2004 by becoming a professional. Over the years since, they had faced each other countless times. They first met in the 2008 Arnold Classic, which was a major event. Greene came in 3rd, followed by Heath in 2nd. Dexter Jackson was the contest victor. They would square off once more at the Olympia in 2009. This time, Greene took 4th instead of Heath, who came in 5th. When Greene won the 2010 Arnold Classic, he would overcome Heath once more. That was the last time in the competition that Greene would place higher than Heath. In 2011, Heath would defeat Jay Cutler to win the Olympia. He would infamously defer Greene's challenge for the subsequent 3 years. Their final pose down took place in 2014, and the tension was so intense that spectators worried that they would start fighting. This was Mr. Getting It Done's final appearance as a competitor on the Olympia stage. Such was the intensity of Greene's struggle that the 2013 movie Generation Iron, a spiritual successor to Pumping Iron, made his campaign to oust Heath a major narrative component. In the documentary, Greene was shown as a dedicated underdog attempting to compete with an opponent who seemed unbeatable. Outside of Meltzer and Arnold, this was the only rivalry that actually felt heated. The two men almost exchanged blows on the stage at the Arnold Classic Europe in 2013. They engaged in a comparably heated back-and-forth conversation at the 2014 in Mr. Olympia. Competitors typically respect one another's personal space when posing on stage. Heath and Greene tried to push one another apart as their ongoing arguments reached a breaking point by both taking actions to physically overwhelm the other. Greene tried his hardest to shake Phil off the stage and the scorecard, but he was unsuccessful. 2014 saw Greene leave the Olympia following a very heated news conference altercation with Heath. He briefly returned to the competition in 2016 and keeps dropping hints about competing in another Olympia, but he has never beaten Heath on the largest platform in the sport. The competition between Phil Heath and Kai Greene in 2016 was fierce. It wasn't your typical fight between bodybuilders. Conflicts like this might harm careers because Kai Greene was close in age. People might not think age matters much in bodybuilding, but it does because it has a significant impact on our body. A small age gap can make or destroy careers in bodybuilding. Professional bodybuilder Kai Greene finished 2nd in the Mr. Olympia competitions in 2012, 2013, and 2014. Greene hasn't actually made a formal retirement announcement yet. From 2011 through 2017, Phil Heath competed professionally as a bodybuilder and won 7 Mr. Olympia competitions. The histories of both bodybuilders are extensive, whether it's a contest for an Olympia championship in person or an official contest. In fact, Kai is considerably older than I am since he never discloses his own age, according to Phil Heath, who added that he thinks that Kai is in his mid-40s. Greene just made his claim in the video he put on Instagram following the preliminary judging. If you're still watching this video, first off thank you, but please click on that like and that subscribe button. 7 times Mr. Olympia, despite being a dominant figure in the bodybuilding industry, Phil Heath admitted to being scared by his rivals. Phil Heath, who will be a pundit at the forthcoming Olympia, is still cognizant of his difficulties. Heath will finally reveal several details regarding his battles with Kai Greene in a recent interview. Heath made a startling declaration about Kai Greene, his main rival, during the Instagram live session with Big Ramy. "I was aware that men like Kai wanted to murder me." Heath continued by saying that Kai put a lot of effort into training for the Olympia and developed a public persona in order to get more support. Heath also mentioned his strenuous training in an effort to equal Kai's diligence. The bodybuilding champion also revealed that he put in extra effort to defeat elite bodybuilders who would challenge him. "Men like you and guys like Brandon were rising up, so I knew I had to push myself," he continued. Heath also mentions his rigorous exercises and how he went crazy in the gym. He worked out after the gym closed, unlike the bulk of bodybuilders who have a training partner. "I simply tried to get better every day. Every day, go to fight," Heath said. Sport of bodybuilding is more than simply what the name suggests. Behind the scenes, there is more than just a posing competition for the screen. After taking home the 2016 Arnold's Classic trophy, Kai Greene did hear from Phil Heath. Anyone might argue that Kai Greene was the finest possible condition to win the title, and he did. These two bodybuilders have frequently argued for a variety of reasons. Greene doesn't give a damn about Heath's allegation that he is at least in his mid-40s. Greene, as Heath notes, is in his 40s. Maintaining a body like this at 40 or an older age is really impressive for Greene. With all the splendor he's enjoyed, it makes sense that he won the crown. Between 20 and 30 is the ideal age for bodybuilding because this is when testosterone levels are at their highest. With aging, their levels eventually decline. If Phil Heath's allegations are accurate, Greene truly is on a different level. Heath won his first Olympia when he was 32 years old. Greene simply disappeared from the limelight after winning the 2016 Arnold Classic without experiencing the joy of winning the Mr. Olympia title. Kai Greene's retirement was never formally reported. Even on his social media, he frequently shares updates regarding his physical appearance. Greene hasn't participated in any formal titles in about 6 years. Greene once asserted that a lot of behind-the-scenes work went into each and every IFBB tournament. Given that Greene is one well-known bodybuilder who has never won an Olympia, this did generate a lot of concern, despite all the problems that he encounters with several people. Regardless of the fact that he isn't competing, Greene has always been training. On social media, Greene has been outspoken about wanting to face Heath once again. On Twitter and Instagram, he has made multiple mentions of the 7-time Mr. Olympia in recent weeks. In addition, he posted pictures of himself looking contest ready. Heath, on the other hand, has tweeted him directly to inquire about getting a dinner, but he hasn't participated in call-outs to fight. What are the possibilities that both legends would perform on stage together again, hype and all? Heath is eligible for a long-term admission into any competition that the IFBB Pro League approves as a former Mr. Olympia. He only needs to say the word to be included in the lineup of his choice. Greene enjoys the same privileges in all competitions aside from the Olympia. Greene has previously won the Arnold Classic, and therefore he is qualified to compete there if he so chooses. He can either enter himself into many competitions as well. Therefore, if they so desired, both men might participate in the Arnold Classic once more. Fans have already been treated to anticipation and teasers from Greene with no real results. Therefore, it's extremely likely that the 3-time Arnold Classic champion would need to make a clear, firm, official statement before any promotion was invested. Staying tuned is the only thing that we can do in the time leading up to the Olympia. Future battles between Heath and Greene may not occur, but we can only hope that a miracle will bring them about. With that, we have come to the end of the video. Let us know in the comments your suggestions, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Refer to other videos on our channel and check out our playlist as well. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.